Hello, Mike. We're live in 5 seconds.
Sounds good.
All right, we should be live. Welcome everybody. We're back to another week. I think week 5. Yeah, of League of Legends. UNI Purple Team. This week they're going to be playing University of Nebraska Omaha, and casting today I have myself, Joe, and Mike.
Hello.
So they are doing their bans right now, and I will get you everybody this. I'll show everybody here. And let me show you. Oh, window capture. It's not wanting me wanting to show me the bands. It's interesting. Uh-oh.
Hmm.
I tell you, every week it is an issue with this
How
tr trying to capture the bands window.
is? Yeah.
Like I can't see it in Streamlabs. It
Right.
is annoying.
I wonder why.
I don't know. Okay, I can't find it. So
Okay.
instead, I'm just gonna put it to be right back. You can see in my Discord though, Mike, the
Mhm.
bands now though, right?
Give me a second. Yes, I can.
Interesting. So unfortunately, Twitch viewers cannot see the bands right now. University of Nebraska Omaha banned Talia, Oriana, and Jin, and they've picked Lilia first, and UNI have banned Yon, Evelyn, and Anivia. So they picked Kane first, and they are going Rakan now, which I think both are pretty solid picks. We've been seeing a lot of Kane lately.
Yeah.
Having that potential to be an assassin if needed or like an engage bruiser is really helpful. So we'll
With
see.
I mean that kind of movement throughout the jungle with Kane being a bruiser is just almost unfair.
Yeah, I agree.
Uh, it is curious again to see the mid lane again, not the three bans, just the two this week. But I think it's a smart
Oh,
idea from UNO to ban out the Jin. UNI's been picking it and doing pretty consistent damage with that. So, all
I got the bands to work. So
right,
so Twitch, you can see the bands now. I don't know what I did. I literally just clicked back in the thing and it's working. So
all
I'm good.
right.
But we see UNO goes with the Braum Zaya pick. I think Braum with any like auto attack oriented ADC, great pick.
hmm
Having that easy lockdown is really nice to have.
They're going to be pretty slippery too. Braum ult, Zaya ult. I mean, it's going to be a hard wall to breach.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, and I think so far UNO has a pretty good team fight comp already with the Braum, Zaya, and Lilia. I mean, that's just a pretty good amount of damage. Where UNI responds with a little bit more poke damage from the Ezreal. I'm interested to see how that goes with an all-in support.
Yeah,
But the Kayn and Rakan should work together pretty well later.
most definitely.
And so I think yeah, UNI is gonna go on to their second round of bans here.
We'll have to see if UNI's thinking, well, maybe we can make this recon work with our other lanes too, not just obviously Ezreal in the bot lane. That that team fight potential with Rakan is just so big. And we saw a lot of that last week.
Yeah. And UNI's gonna ban Jax first. Yeah, we do know Jensel's Rakan is pretty crazy.
Yeah, they do not mess around.
UNO is gonna respond with the Azir ban. So far they've pretty much prioritizing banning out backlit through stars in the mid lane or backlit by stars, excuse me. So I think it's a wise choice because I mean, maybe it's not, but he kind of seems to pop off. But I think maybe it's not a wise choice because every week we see him like pick something new almost. So
Right? Yeah.
we'll
Is it
see,
gonna
we'll
be
see.
Corki? Is it gonna be whatever? Yeah, we'll see.
But UNI decides to ban Aurelia, and UNO is gonna
Ah,
finish up with a Ziggs ban, maybe. Interesting.
like it. Yeah, leaving a lot open to the top lane here.
hmm
Will you see the Warwick? I hope so.
You're hoping to see a Warwick again?
Oh yeah. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, the Warwick pick last week was pretty funny. By drumming in the top lane.
Let's see. Clock is ticking down here. Okay. What do you think of the Ornn pick here? Oh,
The Ornn pick? I think the Ornn pick is solid. I think it's
yeah.
interesting that they let it go through. I mean, I think pretty much nearly every week it's banned away from drumming gamer.
Yeah.
And I think we're gonna see why, but I don't know. Maybe their UNO's top is pretty confident that they can beat them with the Camille.
Right. It was like almost an instant lock here.
I'm interested to see the Vladimir mid
Oh,
from UNO.
backlit. He's got that Syndra back.
Yeah, that Syndra last week was pretty deadly.
Yeah. All right. Well, we've got the makings of a team here on both sides.
Yeah,
No, UNO's definitely
UNI.
potential.
Yeah, UNI's got an interesting comp. They've got a pretty good amount
Yeah.
of all in, but they've also got a really good amount of poke.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how that goes. They don't exactly want to keep taking the sustained fights, but I
Right.
don't know. I don't really know if UNO wants to either.
I don't know, yeah, it's definitely a very hybrid um, team comp from UNI. You got two people, maybe three that really want to go in, and two of them that really do not. So,
Yeah, so we're gonna switch up to the league client here and just watch them relock in their bands, and we'll take a look at the spectator delay window really quick. I'm interested to see like what's gonna go on the bot lane. I'm pretty sure not a lot is gonna go on down there. I think it's gonna be relatively chill.
yeah. I mean, you've got Rakan who wants to go in, Braum who's there for the counter, right? So
Mhm.
he wants you to kind of get up in his face. But then, I don't know. It's gonna be. I think it's just gonna be a brawl to the bitter end in the bot lane. I am not a mid laner. I don't know a lot of the champion matchups as well as I should, but I know you are more well versed in Vlad. I am.
Vlad versus Syndra. I'm pretty sure that is like one of those 50-50 goes either way matchups. I'm pretty sure that Syndra generally ends up winning not because of her ult, just because her stuff is up so frequently,
Uh-huh.
and it's like
As the Vlad, you're waiting for that second empowered Q, and like it's just your healing isn't enough sustained.
yeah.
Wait out. everything else.
And Syndra's just got such good range, especially with her
Hmm.
stun combo, that it turns into it doesn't matter that you have your W up or not because she's eventually just gonna stun you
Exactly. It's a matter of time.
and kill you. Like what I'm saying is it doesn't matter if you W her ult because if you decide to
Right.
stay in lane, then you're just gonna die.
Yeah. Well, we'll see if maybe Vlad can get a little bit of an early lead. I mean, the roaming potential I feel on Vlad is not as strong earlier, but once we get into that late game, obviously you can say that for any champ, but you pop one ult, you pull in, you E, that's your ADC dead instantly almost. So
Hmm. Really quick, while we have a second here, I do want to talk about our merch. If anybody here is watching and they already know what I'm gonna say, just don't listen. uh, if you guys are interested in supporting Panther Esports, the organization, you can go ahead and scroll down and click on our merch link, or you can. I think there's a way to get it to appear in Twitch chat if you type exclamation point merch. I don't know if that's a thing though. Uh, anyways, you can also go to esportgear.com slash collection slash university dash of dash northern dash Iowa. Got sweatshirts, got sweatpants, got beanies, we got jerseys, and you can customize the jerseys to put like whatever you want on them. So your real name or your gamer tag, whatever. Pretty cool. Yeah.
buy the merch.
Yeah, if you want to support us by the merch. If not,
Hmm.
don't worry about it. But thank you for stopping into the stream so far.
All right.
And yeah, I think we're gonna have a 2 minute, 3 minute delay for the spectator on the client. We'll see here.
Yeah.
Either way, we'll be right back. All right, and we're back here in the load screen. I just want to take a second and point out, Twitch chat does say, I think this is one of the coaches, that they're anticipating that University of Nebraska Omaha is going to be playing towards top side. They're going to bring support and their jungle and their mid laner, so that's going to be Lilia, Vlad, and Braum top to try to get Camille gold, and then I think UNI's plan, or at least what they say, is they're going to respond to those roams by giving backup or by conceding CS from Ornn and letting Syndra free farm mid and win bot side in response. And don't let Camille and Vlad go 8
Don't.
0 and then win.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think I think that's a pretty strong plan because
Definitely.
once those guys get out of hand, they are incredibly hard to get back in hand. So
Hmm.
we are going to see UNI, it looks like they're going to do their pretty typical thing where they cover all entrances of the jungle. Yep, they are.
UNO is
UNO is looking to do a little bit of a clown fiesta top side here.
nice little ward.
Hmm.
Trying to get that rush in, but yeah, that spread out strategy is. You see one person, it kind of deters everything. It's not just go in. So definitely working for UNI.
Yeah, I know that I trust that even if Camille or Vlad or Lilia do get a little bit ahead, um, that UNI is going to be able to bring it back just because Backlit by Stars is so good at not just getting himself a lead, but bringing
Hmm.
that lead to the rest of his team and translating that into like a gold advantage for his entire team.
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure that they're going to be able to do it. So,
Yeah. Not just with the roams either. With the backwards pressure at any of these objectives, it's just always ginormous. Pretty standard start. Nothing too crazy going on. ADCs are going down.
yeah, nothing too crazy going on.
Okay.
Top
Yeah.
laners trading grass procs just a little bit. Hopefully, I'm pretty sure Ornn doesn't want to be going for too many of those trades
Yeah.
before he gets an item. But at the same time, all he has to do is just sit up there because he's Ornn and he just shop.
Exactly.
But Camille does let him get a little freebie. We'll see bot lane if they do anything at level 2. They are choosing not to. As Nick Fury and Jensel kind of just back off and give him a little bit of... Whoa, did you see what is that? Do you see
What
that?
is that?
What's going
Yeah.
on? The feathers
Feathers.
when they
Yeah.
appear, they're doing 9999. That is interesting.
Stay away. You and I. It's a little scary there.
Hmm.
Yeah, you and I just having to try their best and maybe keep the wave here, but Nick Fury's just not going to have that clear that Zaya's going to have.
We're going to see what happens now as both top laners are going to be top side of the map. UNI does know where Lilia is, and we'll see what they do with that information as Destroy Dude is taking his red. And Ornn and Camille, both at about 400 health here.
What did Drumming just buy something?
Yeah, he bought a Ruby Crystal.
Got the Ruby Crystal, alright. Rushing either the Heart Steel or the Jack Show. Probably the Jack Show, I would assume, but
I don't know, because I'm trying to think. The only percent HP that UNO is just going to have right off the bat is going to be Lilia, but I don't know. We're going to see a little bit of a kerfuffle going down in the river here as
yeah.
Kane is just able to get that top scuttle away from Lilia, and it looks like Destroy Dude's just going to be able to walk bot side and get that next scuttle. I think Lilia is not going to have time to back there and beat him there. So he's just going to be starting the game with like pretty good advantage double scuttling, and at the same time Drumming is going to be forced out of lane here.
Ah,
Oh, it's
hate
alright.
to see it.
Camille
Yeah,
took a tower shot, and she didn't bring Ignite.
that's true.
You know, I'm a little
Give me.
bit greedy. I might be looking to stay here because I
I was gonna
know
say I am not missing out on that cannon.
I wouldn't want to miss out on any of that. Although he's TPing back, so it's okay. But
Yeah.
bot lane, we're gonna see Destroy Dude get that bot scuttle, and he's immediately gonna look for a gank on the
Whoa.
Xayah Braum, and Xayah's gonna have to flash away to not get knocked up. It's gonna be an early flash advantage on the bot lane for UNI. That was a really good gank by Destroy
Yeah,
Dude.
that was very good, and Jensel was right there with him. Just the W just barely not connecting the two.
You see, he does go over to take his Gromp here.
The best camp.
Grimp.
Grimpus. A little bit of action, nothing too crazy mid. Kind of expected. UNI does have the gold lead at the moment here. I'll shut up.
Yeah, they do. I think it's because of bot lanes and mid lanes creep advantage. Oh man, and this
Ooh,
drumming
Riddle.
gamer's already starting to get really good trades on this Camille.
Ah, what is that? Did you see the damage again?
Oh, he's just gonna hit 6 and immediately ult on her. She's gonna flash and get hit by it, and Joey's gonna get first blood on the Ornn. That was crazy, dude.
Wha-
Immediately hit ult
wild.
when he hit 6. And we're gonna see at the same time, Destroy Dude's gonna be going bot. Getting a gank on the Braum here. Braum's gonna have to flash if he wants to live. Xayah did heal him away. Destroy Dude does go for the flash Q and is not able to get Braum as Braum flashes away. It's gonna be a lot of subs blown on the side of UNO.
So a lot of points towards form there for Destroy Dude.
And I just want to point out in chat, because it is a delay, so I'm seeing these messages as they are appearing, and I'm going to read them now. Avery C is literally just said, Braden was also confident with the Ornn pick into Camille. He plays Camille quite a bit, so he's familiar with the trade patterns. And
Okay.
they couldn't be more right. I mean,
Yeah,
he just kicked that Camille's butt, so
the proof is in the pudding.
it is. Yeah.
I will have to say that an unfortunate flash by Seven Toes top flashing into it, but I mean that Ornn ult was placed perfectly in the middle of lane. So
Oh, and we're gonna see Jensel get a good engage on the Braum here. I don't know if they're gonna be able to pick him off though, as that Braum passive is screwing him up a little bit. Jensel does get ignited, and he's back in. Oh, and he gets taken out by the Xayah Feather recall. But Nick Fury does get the flash auto on the Braum and kill him. It's gonna be support for support in the bot lane. Oh. And backlit by Stars, Anders was going for a little bit of a roam.
walking through a ward on the way back, so but does ping it. Just wants to get back to mid lane as soon as possible here. What is going on top here? There's something a little fishy up here.
It looks like Destroy Dude was hanging out in their jungle looking for a little bit of opportunity, but might be getting collapsed on. He's trying to go for the Vlad here, but he doesn't know that Camille and Braum are coming up. Just like Avery C said in the chat. Support, support is going to be going for that top lane gold advantage as Camille does pick up a kill there. And that is going to bring her a little bit closer to Ornn in terms of gold power. You see she's at 2,600 and he's at 2,900, but it's not going to be enough quite yet. As Jensel's going to find a knockup, a little pick on the Braum on his way back to lane. I think that's pretty good, but man, he's just so tanky with that shield, Mike.
Yeah, crazy. That's what I love about Braum. Even in a bad situation, you can kind of just walk out of there and live to fight another day.
Oh, we're seeing an Ornn ult go down top lane. He's not able to find the Camille.
Already drumming has a large amount of HP with that Bomby Spear. Oh my gosh, it's just... Are we sure we're 8 minutes in? This is wild.
Yeah, he does have... It looks like he is going to go Jack Show like you said. So, he will be very tough to kill very soon. And I like building the bombies before.
A little bit of a chase going on. The sleep.
Anders is going to be using everything to get away. He had to flash over that wall. It looked like the Lilia ulted him. And he is just trying to get away in the jungle right now. As his jungle...
Oh,
Oh, he gets the
great!
Syndra ult on the Lilia. The Q into the R. I think
Kinda just
it's...
waiting time, yeah.
I think Destroy Dude needs to be looking to take Drake right now because he saw Lilia was over there and she's dead now.
Jensel maybe going to clear. Nope, just going straight for the Drake. Good call by UNI here. And with the Vlad back, not too much contention, but UNO might try and pull something off here.
Yep, Braum is behind the pit here, and so is Lilia. They could go for the steal. I don't think they're gonna though.
Yeah, not too hard of a commit there.
Yeah, no, they couldn't go for the steal. I'm incorrect. Lilia didn't have a flash. That'd be kind of troll anyways.
A little bit of poke. So that bug that we're seeing with the
it's on the
damage.
Syndra balls too.
I think it's on the death of.
Oh, Jensel getting a little bit of an engage, and Braum's stopping it, but yeah, Braum's not gonna be able to go down because Xayah healed and Braum put up his shield. It looks like
recall, yeah.
It looks like Jensel's kind of met his match on a support this game. Usually he's like kind of schooling the enemy supports, but this Braum is kind of ready for every trick Jensel's got. I'm interested to see how Jensel can pull this out in a little bit later in this game.
Yeah, I think that Braum pick was definitely intentional. Just Rakan goes in, and then Braum's just like, perfect, this is exactly where I want to be.
So we're going to see the Ornn ult come out and Camille ult to try to dodge the Ornn ult, but it's too bad because Destroy Dude is top and he's here to gank, but Camille's flashing away. Destroy Dude flash it, Kayn ults to chase here. He's going to break out of the ult and Q. I think he's going to die. Ooh, yeah, he's dead. He got
Lilia though.
Yeah, he got hit by the Lilia E on her counter gank. That was a good counter gank by Lilia.
Yep. And a good Camille ult to dodge it.
Yeah, that was a really good Camille ult to dodge the Ornn ult.
here comes Braum. Show him who's boss.
This Braum is really good on the roam so far.
Yeah.
But Jensel is too. Jensel's gonna be going and peeling his Syndra here. Backlit by Stars, doing a little bit of poke and stun on the two people.
Jensel getting a big knock up on both.
We're gonna see drumming TP to the Pixel Brush here. We're gonna see him knock up on the wall, hit the Camille, and Jensel's gonna be going with the big Rakan combo. They're gonna find the kill on Lilia. Meanwhile,
he's down.
Destroy is down on Kayn. This Vlad is cooking. He's doing a lot of damage in the back line here.
Might have some problems here, but
I can't believe these two are getting away. Drumling's gonna have to, Raiden's gonna have to find a way out here. He might not though. He's like so tanky and big. They might be able to blow up. Ooh, this is risky against the Vlad with the third Q.
Oh.
Braum gets the shutdown on Syndra. It's better than getting the shutdown on Vlad. But, oh man, UNI is still ahead in gold after that too. That's kind of crazy.
Pretty wild. Jensel, they're looking for Jensel.
Oh, they are looking for Jensel. Camille's gonna start the tower down with Jensel with the stopwatch.
Crazy. Buying some time here.
I played too much solo queue. I tried to question mark ping it. Did you see me bring up this cursor?
Oh, that's great.
Oh man.
Jensel, I'm almost speechless after that. Not
that was
quite,
crazy.
Though. That was crazy. That was wild. I have plenty to say about it.
Oh, Destroy Dude is gonna be looking to fight here, even though I don't think he should be. The Lilia ult is gonna hit him, and he's gonna have to do his best to try to survive. He dodges the Lilia damage by going inside of her, or the Camille, but a lot of stuff going on as Ornn ults. And backlit by Stars is showing up. He's gonna kill her with the auto. I like that. And the Rift Herald's gonna reset a second time. Let's see if we're gonna be able to do
We're gonna
3
fight
resets
again.
on this.
Okay.
Oh man, and my bad, some stuff was going on bot. It looks like they did a little bit of tower dive and Jensel ended up killing the Xayah there.
Destroy does have form. I wouldn't say it's the earliest form, but it is definitely not late. If I was playing Kane, it'd be 25 minutes in the game, and I'm still complaining about not having red. So good on Destroy.
Yeah, while there's a lull in the game right now, I want to point out Twitch chat just said that UNI was anticipating a Lux pick out of the support and not a Braum.
Ah,
Um, Mostly because Braum is kind of bad, and I don't think that they mean that the player is bad so much
no,
as the
no.
character, because Braum is not in the best spot right now, especially compared to a couple years ago with like Braum Lucian combos. Like Braum is not seeing strength like he has in his heyday, so I wouldn't have expected the Braum pick either. But this guy is pretty
Backlund
cheeky on the Braum
is getting surrounded here. Has to flash out.
from because this Braum was there. He's cheeky.
Yeah, yeah.
We're going to be having the second Drake of the game up right now. It's going to be a Cloud Dragon. Still not sure what kind of soul it is. We see the Camille does end up buying a Divine Sundra. I think that's a great, like, V pick versus Ornn. That's usually what she
Definitely.
builds anyways.
Right.
We're going to see...
There's more.
Now, I know Vlad can sometimes go the dashy mythic Hextech Protobelt.
Oh, backlit with the ult.
Yeah, he does pick up Vlad there. My bad. That's pretty big for him.
Yeah, a lot of pressure off of this Drake as well because of that.
I'm going to talk about builds really quick. So you pointed out, he did get that kill. That's going to bring him to around 2,000 gold ahead of Vlad. That's pretty big for backlit on the Syndra. Let's get the 420 Syndra cooking. And we see UNI's bot lane is about 1,000 gold ahead as well. And their top lane is only a couple hundred gold ahead. But, you know, I don't think that matters so much just because Ornn is so hard to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, Ornn can be a little bit behind in gold and just be a wall. And,
Yeah.
And what can you do?
But I think, so what I was saying before, and I want to really touch on, is Vlad can sometimes go Hextech Protobelt as a mythic, which gives you magic pen as opposed to just the movement speed and damage that
Looks like we're
Night
getting
Harvester
a little
gives.
active top lane if you want to pan up there.
Oh, yep, my bad.
No worries. Oh, tried to time it out again. Braum.
The Braum is always there to shut things down as he throws out an ult and gets his Camille out of that sticky situation she got herself in.
Now Destroy, the tables have turned. Destroy is the one that's trying to find an out here, but looks like just as the E's running out.
Well, we're gonna see Destroy do like the great escape here. He's gonna make it out.
Great flash. TP coming down. The Fury's in a bad spot.
He's gonna end up flashing under his turret to be in a safe spot when he falls asleep to the Lilia ult.
Looks like we'll finally get our Herald fight. Well, Drumming's coming down. Does not have ults.
No, UNI doesn't have a lot of ults except for Rakan ult and Syndra ult to work with. So we're gonna see the Rakan ult go up. It's gonna be able to hit Vlad and Braum. Meanwhile, Camille's diving his backline.
Destroy stole.
Destroys stole, and he is unfortunately gonna die, but they were able to get the objective here.
And Jens is gonna go down. Yeah.
Unfortunate. They were able to get the Rift Herald too, so that's important because it's not just stealing, it's not just killing it, it's picking up the thing here.
Yeah, actually getting the objective itself.
And it's gonna go on the Ornn, which I think is a pretty good person to give it to because he is gonna just want to be in a side lane and soak up EXP.
Backlit is unfazed here, by the way. I just want to say.
Yeah, he is.
They were all just kind of like, oh, can we maybe get turret damage off of this? And Backlit was just like, not in my watch. Not today.
You know,
I'm not saying that Drummond wasn't there, but.
Ooh, the Israel. Yeah, no, Backlit's zoning on Syndra is really good. Okay, so hopefully I don't get interrupted again by something happening. But I think Vladimir not building Hextech Protobelt for Penn is gonna bite him in the butt because this drumming is just gonna be so impossible to kill. And we see that right now as he drops the Rift Herald in mid and gets poked by Lilia and Vlad and nothing happens. He does end up blowing his ult on them. I think he was thinking about a dive, but his team
Yeah,
was saying no. I think not diving there was smart as UNO's
good
team were
call.
following up. But UNI is still going to be up 4,000 gold here. Even though the score is 11-11, they do have 3 turrets and a Rift Herald and 2 Drakes on UNO. So UNI is winning pretty hard in objectives, and they have a gold lead because of it. They just got to make sure to keep it and not throw it in a team fight.
That's right.
Because UNO is not messing around. They're
No.
looking to catch UNI in these fights. So
Yeah, they're kind of wanting these fights almost, and I think they knew that UNI had blown a lot of these cooldowns, and they were like, let's duke it out. I think we can come out on top.
looks like Camille was looking for a little bit of a pick
Yeah, a
by
little
baiting
bit
the
of
Braum, but
mid lane here.
man, that backlit by Stars does so much damage right
I'm
now.
gonna pan over mid lane real quick.
Oops,
Fury's getting run down.
he's getting dove by the Lilia. It looked like Lilia used her ult there because it is on
Jensel
cooldown now.
Ult.
Yeah,
Gets
Jensel
a
is
big
all over the place
knock
here.
up. Oh, that is
Backlit by
huge.
Stars is gonna find the kill on the Lilia.
Jensel's not done.
No. He gets a knock up on Camille, and Camille's low. They can find the pick on Camille. Camille's gonna ult in
Oh,
and make it away. No.
oh nice.
Man, backlit by Stars. Going crazy on the Syndra these couple weeks here. He's got a 3,000 gold advantage on Vlad right now.
That is wild.
UNI also has a 1,000 gold advantage, or not 1,000, excuse me. About 500 or 600 gold advantage in top lane, and a 1,200 gold advantage in the bot lane.
Drumming was getting to a little bit of trouble top here.
Nah, he's fine. He's tanky.
I was gonna say, never mind. You pan over and then, never mind. He's fine.
Although Braum is back behind again. Never mind. Yeah, this Braum is everywhere.
Yeah. Getting these wards down and
Yeah, UNI is gonna pick up that 3rd Drake. By the way, I didn't mention that. That is their 3rd, and the Soul is gonna be Ocean Soul. So
Ocean
that's
Soul,
pretty
man.
dangerous to have on an Ornn. I'd
Ornn
say that is
main?
the
That
second.
is wild.
I'd say the worst thing you want on an Ornn is a Mountain Soul, and the second worst is probably the Ocean Soul. So Braden is gonna be very, very hard to kill. Like sustain wise, all he has to do is just walk away for a minute, and then he can just heal up. Oh, I thought. No, nothing's happening.
Looks like Jensel's maybe trying to get some vision down and will be spotted out.
Oh man, they really want.
They're
drumming in,
they're drumming, but also helps that there's a Baron up, clearing some vision, Kind of a side quest. Seven and Backlit are both bot.
Okay, so
Save.
Lilia was able to go around on Try and get her passive on the Ornn, and he does flash away to live, and then at the same time, backlit by Stars TP'd in, and they're just gonna swing the fight here. Ornn ults, and then all hell is breaking loose.
I think Fury's caught on the side, but the rest of UNO is dying
Nick
here.
Fury was getting dove by Camille and Braum, but he's so slippery on the Ezreal it doesn't matter, as the rest of his team is gonna be able to fight the Lilia and kill her, and they're gonna try to chase down the Vlad. Meanwhile, Nick Fury and Backlit are trying to chase down this 1 HP Braum.
Just not gonna make it.
No, they are going to look to take a Baron, though. This could be the Baron power play to wrap up this game a little bit fast here at 24 minutes in the game.
I was gonna say both Backlit and Seven were in the bot lane. They were ready for that engage. The second it was gonna happen, they were gonna TP, and that's exactly what went down. So
Yeah, their TPs are about on the same cooldown, too.
yeah, easy Baron. And a nice reset. Take a breath. How can we win this? That's what UNI is thinking right now. That tier 2 turret, quite low. Might want to just get that. Back off to other lanes. We'll have to see here.
Oh man. Anders does so much damage on Syndra. Look at him go. Okay, he's gonna. I think that ult was a little bit of troll, but I mean, props to him for going for it. But the Braum shield was a. Unfortunately, it's gonna be a cooldown that's down, but it doesn't matter. He just blasts that Lilia. What is that? I wonder. We can't see what. Okay, so Syndra's ult is on a minute cooldown right now, so I guess it's not that big of a deal to blow. He might find the kill on the Braum anyways, which I think is funny.
Seven's trying to go in here.
Not exactly coordinated with his team. He's going to be chunked out.
Man.
Meanwhile, I like this 1-3-1 that UNI is doing right now. They're able to get a lot of value out of it. They're going to be able to get this top turret for sure, and probably this spot turret.
Is maybe waiting for some resets here, some team members to come back a little bit stronger, seeing if they can maybe get UNI off this turret.
Blue team's turret.
Looks like Destroy Dude is still down there, but getting away safe as Kane does. Drumming, and
I want to point out UNI does have a 10,000 gold lead right now. I think that they're looking to close out the game.
Yep. Drumming does get that turret. Or, sorry, that was mid-turret. My apologies, Drumming got the turret earlier.
Oh, we're going to see Drumming going for the ult here. Who's he going to hit with it? Oh, Braum blocked it with his shield. That's Galaxy Brain by Braum. I didn't realize you could do that. I knew you could block it with Yasuo Wind Wall, but I didn't know Braum Shield would eat it too.
Looks like Drumming's gonna.
He's got the 3-on-1, but Anders coming in to save him. He just vaporizes the Braum and Lilia, and the Vlad is fighting for his life right now, but it's too little, and he dies too. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, they are going to be diving and finding the kill on the Xayah, and they're going to be looking for the kill on the Camille as well for the ace. Is UNI going to be able to find it? They are. The Ezreal barely missing. Oh, but the Ezreal flash auto Q got the Camille, and that's going to be game 1 for UNI.
I admire Seven's spirit there, trying to go in, trying to get Ning Fury there, just slow down the push a little bit, but this train is rolling. Next stop, I don't know, the Nexus exploding.
Yeah, I feel like maybe he should have done that, but I don't know.
Honestly, at that point, kind of just a matter of time with Backlit and Drummond. Just you can hear their footsteps in the distance, just maybe trying to get out, trying to make something happen. But great game 1.
Oh, I can't see. Dang, I shouldn't have joined their lobby right away. I should have looked at the damage graphs. My bad. Okay, so I think there's going to be a little bit of switching sides going on. I'm not sure. Mike, do you know when they're in the custom lobby? Let me show you.
Mm-hmm.
If they're on the left side here, does that mean that they're going to be
It's red. Side.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to switch around the teams here.
I'm not quite sure though.
We'll see. I'll make sure I remember to do that. But yeah, really good game by UNI. You know, that first kill by the first blood by Drumming and top when he just hit 6 and immediately smashed Camille with that ult. That was crazy.
Great.
I was a little bit worried when they gave over a couple of kills to
Mhm,
UNO,
mhm.
doing some weird stuff in the jungle, but like it was interesting that like even after they gave the kills, so they were down a couple thousand gold, or UNI was up a couple thousand gold before they gave the kills, and then they gave the kills, and then they were still up gold. So I thought
Yeah.
that was interesting.
Yeah. See if we can get to the draft here.
Yeah, I will bring
At
it
any
up
point
here.
in the game, and when things were like you said, even when the kills were even, UNI always just had that gold lead. They got the steal, taking away that Herald. Very nice.
Excuse
I
me.
mean, I knew things were going to go down. There was too much tension around that Herald for there not to be just an explosive team fight. So it was a fun watch.
Mhm.
Any predictions for the bans? Is there anything that they can do that UNO can do to ban out backlit?
No.
No.
No, I mean there's too many. There's more than 5 control mages. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
And honestly, at that point, why not just ban out one of the weaker members of UNI
Yep,
and
yep.
try to play around that?
I think we're definitely going to see the Orn ban. I would not be surprised if we saw the Jin ban again.
Mhm.
And maybe I would definitely ban out Jensel's Rakan. It is brutal. It took a little bit, and I'm not saying it took Jensel a little bit, but just took some of these team fights for that Rakan to really start shining. So
Yeah.
kind of wanting to see maybe a Briar. I think Briar definitely has a lot of untapped potential, but obviously comes out to player preferences.
I think yeah, but I think Briar's definitely really strong.
Yeah,
Um, she's got
Thresh ban and
some,
sorry,
huh? Yeah, she.
I
I
said
think the
Thresh ban
Anivia
and
ban is interesting.
yeah.
I was saying, I think Briar's got some. She's got some ways where she won't work out. If she misses ults, then she's not as helpful.
Yeah,
And
I like
if there are ways you can kind of abuse her, like the targeting of the,
yeah,
because
yeah.
what
Kind of
I'm
confusing
trying
her.
to what I'm
Yeah,
yeah what I'm getting at is if there's a Baron fight and there's a lot of champions near Baron and you really want to hit Baron, it doesn't matter. Briar's gonna hit the champions.
exactly.
So that might be a reason people don't go Briar in these games. But I'm looking at the chat here really quick. Backlit and Jensel went crazy that game. I agree, and Drumming is so handsome. Yeah, I'd say yeah, all of you and I did really well that game,
Yeah.
especially those three. Backlit, Jensel, and Drumming really popped off.
Now we were talking about bans, and looks like UNO is going to stick with the same strategy here. Try and get backlit uncomfortable with a pick, but see. Jack's ban coming out.
Yeah, they saw that last time as well.
Yeah.
We didn't
There.
see an Evelyn ban last time, did we?
I don't think so.
Interesting. I wonder.
I have the memory of like I don't know. I have a horrible memory, so
Oh, um, I think UNI's jungle was gonna be having a little spicy pick one of these games, but I don't know what it is, and I don't know whether they will do it or not. And now that I'm seeing the Evelyn ban, I'm like, was it an Evelyn pick? But you're right, we do see that Ornn ban, which I think is smart on UNO's part. Drumming was just unstoppable on Ornn.
yeah, yeah. And just there were so many times where I'm looking at the health bar on the right side of the screen and going, man, I don't know. Ornn's looking a little low, and then we pan over. Looking just fine, looking peachy, looking healthy, and staying in that lane was a huge part of that game. UNI with a Rakan pick early. I think it's a good idea just to get that pick before the second phase of bans. Wonder if Nick Fury will pick the Jhin since it is up on the table.
I'm interested to see. Oh yeah, especially versus a Caitlyn, I'm interested to see
Yeah,
because Jin's got good range that is helpful to deal with the Caitlyn poke. Like staying out of it is what I'm trying to say. And I'm
but a
interested.
lot. I was gonna say
I'm
a
a
lot
little
of that last
upset.
game. A
Okay.
little upset. Sorry,
I hate
I
lethality
interrupted.
Caitlyn. I hate lethality Caitlyn, and I'm afraid that they're
What
gonna
do you
do it.
mean? It's
It's
intuitive.
so annoying. It's so annoying. Okay, we are gonna
There's,
see the Lux.
I mean, can you get a more, well, I know what a more annoying lane is. I played against it last night, Heimer Zyra, but
Yeah, that's an annoying bot lane.
that is definitely not a bot lane that you're sitting back and CSing and relaxing. You always got to be on your toes.
I think you and I could afford to draft a little bit more of a carry ADC. I don't know. Like the Ezreal was really great last game, especially we saw that one fight the Camille got on him and the Braum,
Yeah,
and Ezreal lived because
yeah.
Ezreal's just so slippery. But we're gonna see a Samira this
Ooh.
game, which I think is smart because it will just capitalize off of Rakan's all in a little bit better.
I mean, why you don't need to escape when everybody's dead, right?
That's true.
See what UNI is gonna lock in for their last pick.
I don't think that's a Yumi.
Yeah, I think it's a hover, but
There we go.
there it
The
is.
Udyr.
Oh,
This must be the spicy pick that I was hearing about.
I love me a good Udyr game.
That's right, you
Once
do.
again, once again, the question is that I asked last week: is it gonna be? And I think we saw it last week. Was the AD build, but that AP build is no joke. It can really turn a team fight. It can just poke down and win these early jungle fights as well.
You know, I want to see Tom Kench play top lane. So does the chat.
Yeah,
I would
that's.
love to see Tom Kench play it, especially with the
Oh my
buffs.
gosh,
He's strong.
drumming on Tom. Let's see it. Ori ban coming through from UNO.
Like, we're gonna see the Lilia pick again. I think that was a pretty good pick last game from
Yeah,
UNL.
I think it was. There were just so many times where that Lilia Q was so close to hitting more than 1, 2 people that could have really turned a team fight, but
Yeah, and there was a lot of fights that were just won because of the Lilia sleep. So
yeah, yeah.
I think
It
it's
was
a
just a
strong
free
pick.
gank. Yeah, definitely. And I love Lilia jungle. Um and the clear is not too bad. It's a pretty nice clear, but Udyr definitely has the advantage on the clearing health.
I think Udyr can gank a little bit sooner than Lilia can gank. Because
Also true.
Lilia can
Yeah.
gank whenever, I guess, but she really likes to look for like lots more ganks once she gets a back, like
Mhm.
especially a second back in. That's when she really
Yeah.
starts coming online.
Getting a little more AP under the belt, actually starting to do some damage, and obviously waiting for that ultimate.
hmm Well, as we move into the second rounds of bans here, we're gonna see a Oriana and Ziggs ban come through for UNO, and UNI is gonna ban Irelia and Yone. I hate Yone. I mean, like, he's
You
so
weren't gonna
annoying.
say it. I was gonna say it.
He's so annoying. I feel like he's a little overtuned.
Yeah.
I feel like he's I'm not saying he doesn't have any weaknesses, but I'm just saying
Definitely.
in lane those weaknesses are really hard to deal with when
Mhm.
you have your own weaknesses to worry about.
Exactly. And the slip potential is what I like to call it. It's you feel like you get a little bit of damage, a little bit of poke, or you feel like you've got him. You've got him on the ropes, and then it's either the escape or oh, he's reaching me from halfway across lane. I'm sitting under turret. So
Yeah.
the Nico pick from UNO.
Interesting. Wonder I think that's gonna be mid,
A lot of
right?
potential. Yeah, it's got to be mid. A lot of potential there. I have not played a lot of Nico since the rework, but or the mini rework that is, and It's gonna be a good time to see what shenanigans UNO can come up with.
They'll definitely have the test. Oh, the Azir pick from UNI. They've banned it away from him like every week. I think. We'll see what Backlit by Stars pulls off with his Azir. I've kind of been wanting to see it, I'm not gonna lie. And we're gonna see Drummond
Flop the
go with the
top.
Malphite pick. I think that's interesting to just pick Malphite like that because you don't know what they're gonna pick top lane. Malphite loses really hard into AP characters. Like a Mordekaiser here would go
Yeah,
really,
Mordekaiser are
really hard for UNO.
What about the Tom counter pick? Does that have, just because of that percent HP with that tongue, it really winds down or whittles you down over time. And I know you're just throwing Qs at each other, but
Fiora into Malphite? Is that what you want?
that that true damage once you get to that mid game, rock more like Pebble. Okay, that's a
Yeah,
lot of.
but it's
It's a
look.
Malphite.
Let me
I
see.
know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. I was also gonna mention earlier. I don't know. It was during one of the Worlds games that I don't know if it's an intended interaction with Nico or not, but somebody took over a cannon minion, and I think it was Nemesis. I'm probably completely off. I don't watch Worlds, but I saw a clip of it. Took over a cannon minion, and at level 4 or level 5, tanked 4 tower shots during a dive. So I don't know if they get more armor when they transform into something else like that cannon minion, but it was ridiculous to see, which at Nico's base health, it would have been 2 tower shots and immediate death. So just something a little cheeky. How's the mouth Fiora?
So it's one of those things that the sooner the game ends, the better it is for Malphite. Like it looks like the longer the game goes on, the higher win percentage Fiora has, which is
I mean,
interesting. I don't know. It's overall not a great matchup for Fiora though,
right.
because Malphite has so many ways to just shut her down. Like he can just
Uh-huh.
Q her and walk away. He can E her and walk away. Hell, he can just ult away if he needs
Yeah.
to.
Or he
He
could just
can he
cure and walk in.
he can he does like he doesn't care about the repost because
Yeah,
if she reposts his ult, then he's unstoppable. He doesn't get
right.
stunned.
We'll have to see. I am assuming that Seven is confident with some of these bruiser ladies with the Camille pick last game, Fiora this game.
I'm interested. I keep messing up the word interested. I'm interested to see if it's gonna be AP Udyr
Yeah,
because
I have
UNI
to.
already has a lot of AP between the
Yeah.
Malphite and the Azir.
Mhm.
So
With the pick last week from UNI with the Udyr, I thought it was interesting. When I'm building AD Udyr in the jungle, I like going Hail of Blades. You get that damage and you get it fast. But
mhm.
last week, I believe Destroy took Conqueror instead. So we'll kind of have to see the runes, the various build changes. But that empowered Q, slap, 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 that's no joke.
No, it's no joke. Especially against like a Lux, you can just like gobble Lux and
Oh
Caitlyn
yeah,
up. So we'll see
and
how that
early
goes.
if you catch the Lilia early, and I know a lot of HP is built into Lilia's usual buys, but if you catch that Lilia early, you're looking at a lot of jungle real estate.
It's free real estate.
It's just free real estate. I do not envy Nick Fury and Jensel. I I like these fights. I don't care if I lose. If it's an all-out brawl and it's fun, that's a great time. But these pokes, this little whittle away of damage over time, it's just it's draining mentally, physically.
Yeah.
emotionally. Am I missing any E's?
I don't know.
Okay, I'll think of one later.
Okay. But while we wait for the spectator delay, we're gonna take a quick break here. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. Oh yeah, and when we come back, um, chat, you're gonna see me messing with the scoreboard most likely because I think they switched sides. So, anyways, we'll be back. All right, and we're back here, and we're in the load screen. Let me get it switched over.
So
Yeah.
I am seeing the Conqueror Udyr here.
Yeah, we are seeing the Conqueror Udyr. Chat does say that typically he does go AP slash tank Udyr. So I'm gonna put this to directed camera really quick and tab out. So if it does anything weird, my apologies. I just want to make sure the names are on the right sides here.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. 30 seconds until minions spawn.
UNI does catch UNO trying to do some cheeky stuff with this spread out strat here. Little poke. Empowered R.
Okay, I think I got it fixed.
Minions have
I did.
spawned.
Let's go. Okay. Someone on UNI is just pinging vision on Udyr, which I think is funny. What happened? I wasn't looking.
Nothing. They were UNO was kind of looking to see what was going on in the jungle of UNI, but caught out. UNI got a little bit of poke.
Alright.
That's about it. Here we are.
Oh, it looks like Lilia's gonna be starting buff or the leashless on her Raptor camp, which I think is interesting.
I mean, Lilia, you can manage it. You've just got to play it really safe. Going
Oh,
straight to
she's-
cruds.
Interesting. Yeah, also, huh?
Oh, I was gonna say drumming's already at half mana here. The Q poke.
He's got to watch out to not use his Q without Arcane Comet up. It's not like a waste, but it's kind of a waste of mana, because you just will get so much more value out of the mana that you spend if you just wait a little bit longer for the Arcane Comet to come up.
Definitely.
Because he's going to need that mana here pretty soon.
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't even think this is that bad of a lane to take Grasp into, because you know she's going to be looking to
Oh,
poke
yeah.
you all the time, so you might as well take Grasp.
Right.
Oh, we're going to see a first blood go down in the bot lane. As UNI hits level 2, I think Jensel, my bad for not putting the camera down there. He was able to just go ahead and get an engage. Let me go back here. So UNI does hit level 2. Oh, and both of them flash in, and they just straight up, they just get that guy. I like that. We're going to go cut back to present time here.
Denzel's still looking. Not today.
It looks like UNO wants to do a little bit better job this game, keeping track of Destroy Dude and where he's at. So Seven Toes is going to go ahead and just locate him immediately. He is being cautious about taking this top scuttle, as I think he should be. And both junglers are going to be on opposite sides of the map. And I think that UNO's jungler probably did this on purpose, set this up on purpose, that they weren't set up to be behind for so long as they were last game. So we're going to see Destroy Dude find a gank opportunity in top. He's going to ghost after the Camille, who is going to try to flash away. He is going to get the stun off. Is he going to be able to get the kill, though? The Conqueror is up, and his ult's going to be chasing. He's not able to find a kill.
Does put drumming in a very good spot. Not a ton of mana.
I don't think he needs to be giving Camille so much respect here. Yeah, or not Camille, Fiora. Oh yeah, that's a good, because they saw Camille.
Yeah.
I can't speak. I stopped saying Camille. Yeah, they saw Lilia up there, but I was saying if Lilia wasn't up there, Ornn drumming could have totally stayed up there because that wave is so big. If Fiora trades with him.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. No, you got to keep that pressure on when the gank fails like that. Like, wanting to keep that pressure is it's hard to walk away like that. But with Lilia coming up, not a whole lot you can do.
We're gonna see Jensel look for an engage here and get kind of punished for it. As Destroy Dude is here. Looks like Nick Fury is looking for a back. I think it's interesting he just chose to back there and not really help push the wave.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just trying to get back fast. I don't know.
Maybe just a health concern. Nick Fury was pretty low. One stray Lux bind and a Caitlyn Q, and that might spell the end.
I think you're right. I don't know. Not a lot happening in mid lane. Let's pull up the scoreboard here to see what's going on. So, oh, I fixed that. Looks like Azir is going to be down in gold just a little bit this game. Kind of rare to see Backlit by Stars being down in gold, but we'll see how it changes here in the next couple of minutes.
Take a look at top lane. That
Oh, that
CS
is a big CS difference in top
quite
lane.
large.
Oh, so Fiora just ulted him and he lived. I want to point out, he has an amp tome,
Yep. Okay.
which is a component to
We
magical mythic items, which is what you build when you're the magical missile.
that
So
is correct.
interesting. I like it.
I honestly I like it too. I like that it always feels bad when you're Malphite and you go full tank and into a Fiora, you're just getting true damaged anyway. So might as well dish it out, you know?
hmm Speaking of dishing it out, Destroy Dude's gonna be looking to dish out some pain on Camille or Fiora here as he's finding another gank. As this big wave is crashing, I don't think that, yeah, that's a good idea by drumming not to chase there. That's a big wave.
Yeah.
You don't want to miss that. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, I keep getting Fiora and Camille in the
I
brain,
get
and
you. I get you. Well, I talked
Lilia,
about that.
Lilia sees that Kane is Udyr's top. I am messing up a lot,
No worries.
and they're just gonna go for Drake here, which I think is smart. But backlit by Stars is here. He's got his Azir all ready. He's zoning him out, giving time for Udyr to get there. Lots of pings going down. Nick Fury taking some damage, but Udyr is in there. We're going to see Nico flash engage. Nico's not going to be able to find a kill,
Fury's still
but
alive.
Nick Fury finds the kill, and Nick Fury dies for it. The fight's not over. Oh, as backlit by Stars is getting a little bit more poke in there. Tries to flash and get the kill with his Hail of Blades and is not able to find it. Unless I spoke too soon.
Destroy is still on the Drake, by the way. It did reset, but looking to take it after dealing a little bit of damage. We missed.
Oh,
Oh, my
he
apologies.
No, you're good. He found the kill on the Caitlyn, which I think is pretty huge. Oh, the dodge. Oh, Jensel finding the engage on that Lux, and he's going to get the kill on the Lux. That's 2 kills for Backlit really early. That gold deficit in the mid lane is now way in Backlit's favor. Man, oh man. Yeah, so this
canyon is it's getting a little deeper.
This ward here, I didn't point it out at the start. UNI knew the entire time that they were going for that, so that was really, really well played by UNI. Their bot lane stalling over here, waiting for Backlit by Stars to wrap around through this bush, and then having his Udyr wrap down on top there. That was just really well played by UNI. We're gonna see.
I was gonna say Backlit's not missing too much of this farm as well. Comes back to lane in time.
Oh, and we are gonna see Caitlyn do the lethality BS that I do not care for. I guess Samir is building lethality too.
A little bit of a tussle going on in the jungle here. Like you said earlier, UNO is really trying to keep a tab on Destroy.
Drumming, building his last chapter. I think he's gonna be going for the Ludens.
What a beautiful sight to see.
Yeah, I hope we see the tactical nuke Malphite this game.
7 taking a tower shot. There's a tussle in the bot lane if we can go
my bad.
down here. No worries.
Looks like Jensel found a pick or a catch on somebody. I'm guessing that's what happened, and Nick Fury was able to just engage with Samira there really quick. Meanwhile, top lane, we're going to be seeing a gank happen and a counter gank at the same time as Drumming ults over the wall here, finds the knockup onto the Fiora. They find the kill, but at the same time, Lilia ults him, and they are able to pick up, to trade top laners there. And it's two junglers duking it out in the river right now as Backlit shows up on the Azir. They're going to find the kill, and she's going to burn to death in Udyr's ult.
Very good roam by Backlit. Going into that, Destroy was spotted by Lilia. They were both having the same idea, both junglers. So,
well, honestly, maybe they knew. Maybe it was all bait because, well, you and I didn't know that they placed that ward.
Yeah.
But interesting, nonetheless. I gotta do a better job watching bot lane because Jensel likes it's Jensel's style to just like pop out and go "Watcha" on Rakan. So. Meanwhile, this gold gap top lane, let's look at it again. So Malphite is still going to be down in farm.
Now, 500 gold difference.
Yeah.
It's not crazy, but with these mana items, they're so expensive. So it's going to be a little bit of a uphill climb here.
Well, it's also going to be tough for Fiora too, because Fiora's not going to want to be building magic resist as soon as she wants to be building damage.
Right.
She's going to have to build magic resist because of the triple AP threat on UNI. But we're going to see in the bot lane, I missed out on another engage kill by Jensel, as they do pick up 2 more kills on UNO's bottom lane. Things are looking a little bit scary for University of Nebraska Omaha, as they are down 3,000 gold and 8 kills 11 minutes in, and a Drake.
Looks like they're trying to make up a little bit of that gold difference by going for Herald here.
I think that's a good call by UNO's jungler. We'll see what they can, what kind of a lead they can turn it into, though.
Look at Destroy right now. He's down. He's down there. They're maybe thinking of in their jungle. I don't think they're wanting anything too crazy here without Jensel, but
I don't
a
know.
little bit of, I think they knew that since Lily had just taken Herald, Destroy's gonna go get a free camp or 2.
I think that was smart. I feel like he could have gotten away with his Lilia's dogs too. They're just gonna shove him in bot lane here. Are they gonna go for the dive? It looks like they want. UNI wants to go for the dive here. Backlit by Stars is dealing with some stuff on mid, but we're gonna check out this dive really quick. As Rakan initiates it, he's tanking it. Is he gonna make it out? He is with the stopwatch, or excuse me, the hourglass.
Oh, Jensel!
No, it was the stopwatch.
Samira Q and
oh, Lilia flashes in to try to get this gank going. Is Nefiri gonna? Yep, or Nefiri. Is Nink? Oh man.
Oh.
A lot of stuff happened, and I'm just tripping over my words tonight.
No, I'm getting excited here and not saying the right thing here.
Nico ult flashed over that wall. It was pretty unfortunate for UNI.
Yeah.
But yeah. So you pointed out that they were fighting backlit by Stars in mid, and that kind of forced a late rotate for him.
Yeah.
But they weren't able to kill him, which is pretty good because he does have a little bit of a bounty on him. But it sucks because Nico was able to pick up some gold in that room.
Right. I'd like to point out too.
Oh, Nico's ahead in gold now. How does that work out?
The difference between the almost kind of a opposite of last game where it was so even, but the gold was really a huge gap. But even though it's 13-4, the gap in gold is not ginormous at this point.
I'll tell you, it's because Destroy Dude had a 300 gold shutdown that he unfortunately gave to the Nico. But it's also interesting, we see not a Ludens from the Malphite, we see an Everfrost, and we don't see a Demonic Embrace first from Udyr, we see a Rod of Ages.
I like the Rod of Ages rush. It gets it time to get online, but I'm sure that Demonic won't be too far behind.
We're gonna see.
Every time we pan away from bot lane, stuff goes down. So see what's going on here.
Well, Nick Fury does have quite a gold lead on Caitlyn right now.
Here comes Backlit, making his way through the river. He's
gonna look for a little bit of a dive, it looks like. Oh, the Azir shuffle. They smack that Lux, and they smack that Caitlyn. Nico was like immediately there with a teleport, but it's just not enough because they killed him so fast.
They did use the Ignite on Backlit there, trying to do some damage while he was at turret aggro, but...
Drumming is looking a little bit low on top here. He does have his ult up. Is he gonna use it on the Fiora? He's waiting. Smart. Oh, they're gonna be going for the dive. I would ult. Oh no, he ults too
Oh,
soon. And I spoke, you know, earlier in the load screen, I misspoke.
huh?
I misspoke.
It can
Okay, so
still be reposted.
yeah, so yeah, he got stunned under his turret there, and that sucks. And I was quiet because I read chat. If you do backspace, it does like a quick 15-second replay, which I didn't know before.
Oh, nice.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Oh yeah.
First turret goes down to UNO.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
So things are looking a little bit. They're relatively even in terms of objective bounties, or not bounties, kills. UNI's got one turret, so does UNO. UNI and UNO both have a Drake, but UNO has that one Rift Herald they took. We'll see if UNI can pick up another one. I mean, it doesn't really matter that UNI hasn't picked one up because they are still ahead of gold by about 2,000. And the turrets are even, and that's what Rift Herald's for. But we'll see. Oh my god, that Fiora damage.
That is a weak spot. Here comes Destroy, dude.
Oh,
Immediate
Fiora's just
ult.
gonna ult him immediately. Ooh,
Good dodge. Lux.
ooh. He's not gonna make it out of there. Uh-oh. Backlit by Stars may have gotten himself into a little bit of a pickle here. He does flash over the Dragon Pit wall. And Nico tries to root him and use her spells, but is not able to find anything.
And he's out.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
UNI finds a turret in the top lane as UNO finds a turret in the mid lane. So things are still pretty even. I mean, the gold gap is closing, not in the favor of UNI.
No.
Their
Looks like
2,000 gold lead has gone down to about 1,000. I think UNI needs to take a second to batten down the hatches here. And as I say that, we're going to see Malphite teleport in and get a 2-man ult on UNO. He is going to be going in pretty deep alone as...
Oh, he stole it!
Okay, so Destroy Dude did the classic steal. He's known for stealing objectives.
Backlit picked up the eye. Nick Fury.
He's fighting really hard over here. Nick Fury could turn this fight for UNI.
Oh,
Ooh, dang. Dang!
well,
That
not.
Fiora
supposed
damage.
to say, yeah.
This Fiora is out of control right now.
Just say, can we check the how many kills? Yeah, 3. 3 kills. 150 CS with the Sunderer. That is a big slapper. Sunderer. I think Fury with 10 of UNI's kills.
Yeah, I don't know that was super worth for UNI giving over so the lead is closed.
Yeah.
The gold's all tied up. They traded for the Rift Herald. I mean, they're gonna get a mid turret out of it, but
Oh, the teleport.
we'll see.
It
as
might
we
go
s-
down. It might go down before.
You're right. Actually, that wave is too big. It's gonna go down. So now it's just not worth it at all for UNI, unless they're able to find a fight here and win off of it. But
I feel like UNI might want to just back off and
I don't know. It looks like both teams really want this fight to happen. Lux Q is gonna land on Destroy. Nothing's gonna happen with it though.
looks like most ultimates are up for both teams. So yeah, they really could just all out brawl here. Locking down this Fiora.
Ooh, this is a really good engage for Lilia. That Lilia Swirl Seed hit a couple members of
Wow.
UNI. That could have been nasty.
I am very surprised that the ult did not come out there.
Yeah. Okay, there it is. Swirl Seed hits the 2 members of UNI, and Lilia's gonna ult. There goes Malphite, blown up in an instant. Meanwhile, Nico and Udyr are duking it out. That Nico ult was pretty fat. does take out several members of UNI, and it's just going to be Destroy running for his life and is not able to live here as UNO gets a 2,000 gold league and a third Drake.
Unfortunately, McFury was dealing with Fiora and then trying to kite away, and that Nico ult was there to greet them. So.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think of how UNI can come back this game. I mean,
Yeah.
I think maybe one good team fight where
Team's turret has been destroyed.
Malphite lands like a really good ult
Yeah.
on 2 or 3 people without like sacrificing his team to do it is what he needs, but at the same time it's getting kind of too late for that as he's down so much on this Fiora and he's not like committing to the magic missile build. You see he's building a Negatron cloak, so he's going to be going a tank item, so it's interesting. I don't
More
know.
the utility build than magic missile, but
Yeah, but this Fiora is being quite the nuisance this game.
yeah. Looks like is it Cleaver next for Fiora?
No, that
Bait?
it's probably gonna be a hull
Eric?
breaker or a Sterax.
Oh, yeah. Backlight's trying to get it back off top, but
Fiora's gonna be trying to just clear out his turret really fast here. He's gotta run. He might not make it away. Oh man. Yeah, he's making it away, my bad.
some pings going on mid lane.
Let's
Maybe
see what
trying
goes
to
on.
make something happen while they know Fiora is top. UNI, that is.
Yeah, UNI needs to look for an opportunity to get some money here and start turning it into a little bit of a lead. Otherwise, they're just gonna keep bleeding, I think. I don't know. If Malphite and Samira are up together in one team fight, it could change it for UNI, but if Lilia's there, it's so rough because Malphite has to leave his team behind, and I don't know.
Looks like Nika's gonna go meet Backlit in the bot lane.
I think if I were UNI right now, I'd be calling to look for a pick on the Lux or the Caitlyn because we know that they're the weakest members on UNO, and we also know that they really don't have escapes, but they also have bounties on both of them, so that could be ways back into the game.
UNI's been looking at this mid turret for quite a while here.
Uh-huh.
See if Destroy can get anything. No, I'm just gonna back off.
Oh, bot lane. Nico's gonna be ulting and so is Azir. This could be a way back in for UNI. They just gotta find the kill. Ooh, Azir's gonna be hit by the Lilia and is just gonna die to the Nico. Destroy is not gonna be able to find the pick on the Lilia. Meanwhile, top lane Fiora is gonna be able to find the pick on Malphite.
Both flashes. I don't know, Joe. This is looking by the minute just more of a.
It's not looking good for UNI by the minute, you're right, but I know UNI can come back from these. I've seen them do it before.
It's one team fight, one big Malphite ult, one big Samira ult with it. You can bring everything back.
Plus you have the Azir ult to push people into a better spot to be Malphite ulted. This Caitlyn is way overextended, UNI is going to realize it. They're going to be sending the Azir for the TP in and the... Oh, but they're not going to be able to find her as Lux comes in and roots Udyr. Oh, they bleed down another turret top lane, and the Caitlyn ult comes out in mid. And they don't have any minions left to siege.
Meanwhile, Seven's making their way up through the jungle
Yeah,
of
a little bit of a
UNI.
flank on UNI here is Fiora. UNI is going to try to look for a little bit of a pick on the Fiora, but they're not able to find it.
UNO's in a great spot, set up for Drake at the moment. Got all their bases covered, clearing out wards, putting down wards themselves.
University of Nebraska Omaha is going to be looking to take their third Drake here, as Destroy's looking to scout it out. He's going to run into Fiora in the jungle, and he's going to have to run for his life as she ults him. Oh, but that was a mistake. He tried to stun her and run the other way, and she just hit him in the vitals. I think he should have stunned her and kept going, like kited her.
Oh my goodness. That is a lot of damage.
Yeah, this Fiora is insane damage-wise. UNI is just going to sack this dragon and give Malphite time to push as Jensel comes in and tries to find a pick on the Fiora, but she's just such an eel and just like gets away. A slippery eel.
Slippery, indeed. Well, at this
Malphite's
point,
getting a lot of gold out of this.
Yeah, yeah. You say at this point, as Fiora, you're getting your cooldowns just passively through some of your items, and obviously leveling up. You're dashing out of there at the speed of light, or dashing in. What is that cooldown? It's got to be 4 seconds, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to talk about some things in the chat you'll think are interesting. So,
Okay, let's hear it.
some people are saying UNI, a lot of itemization questions. Not sure about Robo on Udyr and Everfrost on Malphite is the play. Yeah, I don't know either. I think Everfrost has built-in HP, so I don't think it's that bad, but like, I don't know.
For me, I have never taken I have not seen the dark tech of the Rod of Ages Udyr.
Yeah, I also have not
really
seen the
invested
dark
in
tech
it,
of Rod of
but,
Ages Udyr.
Definitely not my first choice, but
I feel like you want. Oh, we're gonna see a UNI try to find a pick on the Fiora here, and they are not able to. We'll see. As Rakan also ults, Jensel, is he gonna be able to lock her down long enough for his team to kill? I don't know. As he also exhausts her, she is just running down, drumming this Malphite, and she just doesn't take damage. She riposts, and she's just gonna be able to make it out of there. As the Azir ult goes down, she's gotta die now, right? Yeah, there she goes. She finally dies. And that's going to be a giant shutdown for Samira. Nick Fury going to have to carry this game with that giant bag of gold in his pockets. I think he can do it.
But that was just very scary watching the Fiora 1v4 and not taking a whole lot of damage. A lot of resources spent on just the Fiora.
Yeah. So also some things they're saying is UNI not prioritizing their focus in team fights too well. Yeah, I think we saw that at one of the Drake fights. Actually, like 2 of the Drake fights, it was just kind of a fiesta. Ludens instead of Leandri's on Azir. I think actually think that's okay in this matchup because UNO doesn't really have tanks. And he is going Hail of Blades, so he is going the Bursty Azir anyways. So I feel like Ludens kind of works with that, but I don't know.
I get the point though. Just
yeah.
When you've got that far reach on your soldiers as Azir, that burn damage really adds up.
Yeah, and that's what chat says too. UNI needs to be playing the team fight slower to get Nick to get his ult off. They're dying too quickly because their front line doesn't have the HP and resist. Yeah, as Malphite goes in, he leaves his team behind and just gets melted before Samira can get her combo off. And hard engage versus Nico Lilia is pretty hard. I agree. Lux is going to find a cheeky root on 2 people here and ult. Jensel's going to be out of the next fight, I think.
It's again top lane.
Yeah,
Seven is relentless.
The Fiora is out of control.
Look at that.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Looks like UNI is going to try and do their best, clear some vision
from the Drake pit,
Mhm.
but I mean, that Drake's coming up soon, and that's Soul.
But yeah, otherwise, chat has come to the same conclusion that we have, that it's gonna have to be Nick Fury to win this game for UNI. He's got all the gold and all the damage. This Destroy dude's gonna be getting caught by Nico here. He is not gonna be carrying, as Lilia's gonna be ulting Nick Fury. He cleanses it immediately. Amazing cleanse by Nick Fury. Is he gonna be able to get his ult off? Oh,
Oh, tragic.
he got blown up there.
Yeah. It's just a culmination of the Kate ult, Lilia Q, everything.
Meanwhile, in mid lane, Jummy's going to be trying to get some push off. UNO is not going to be too happy about him pushing. And the top, Fiora is just a menace, taking down an inhib. And she's just taking no damage as she tanks Azir.
That whole breaker is... That's crazy.
Yeah, he's going nuts here. It's on a bonus 1500 damage to turrets, almost 1600.
Well, as Fiora, this is exactly what you want for your team, or as any top laner. You're this far ahead, you've got your hull breaker. Just pick a lane, run it down, and even if your team is not faring too well in these fights, you're cracking that base open. One turret, one nexus, or one inhibitor at a time here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and chat says... Chat agrees with you that Hullbreaker is cringe. I don't think they heard you say that yet. But,
Not yet, yeah.
but the farm diff in top, we haven't really
Yeah.
talked about that. That has really screwed over drumming.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
if it was just the kills, it would be one thing, but it's
Yeah.
all the kills plus the 120, 130 CS gap. So that really ends up mattering at this point in the game when Fiora's got 4 items working on her last item. And
Yeah.
Drumming's still working on his 3rd item.
Oh.
That was close. that swirl seed from Lilia.
Comfort. UNO looks like they're pretty confident that they can just get this Baron because, once again, Fiora is just bot lane. Or just in a side lane, cracking it open.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like Destroy is trying to make something happen, but...
Oh, Jensel's going to be finding the ult engage on Fiora here, and he exhausts her. Are they going to be able to find the pick? This is a lot of resources blown just for the Fiora. Drumming finds the root on her with the Everfrost. Oh, she is just so tanky. He has to ult her, and she is just living right now. Look at him. Fiora gets her full ult off. She's healing up and is pushed under turret by a Azir ult. So that's going to be 3 ults blown for UNI just for this Fiora, and she is just dashing around, tanking it all. And she's going to make it away.
That is... I am in... My jaw is just slack. I am in awe. That is wild to see.
And she's greedy. She's not...
Oh, yeah. Well, look at the healing.
Yeah, you're right. Oh. Nah, she's going to make it out.
Yeah.
Man, I really think, because they haven't found the picks on them, right? They haven't really died since then. I said a while ago, I think UNI needs to look for some money back in on Lux and Caitlyn. I think maybe if they did that when I said that earlier, they could have an easier time. They could have had an easier time dealing with the Fiora before she got too out of control. But I think at this point, UNI's just got to get lucky. I mean, Fiora's got the Chemtech Soul, so she's got the tenacity that gives, and it's just, I don't think it's over for UNI, but it's going to be really, really hard. Like, we just saw them blow 3 ults, and Fiora just kind of walked it off. I don't think you can go toe-to-toe to her with her Destroy dude.
Yeah, that is that is not a fight that I think you want to take here. Looks like Destroy's gonna loop back around. Maybe see if we can lock down the Fiora here, so I think Fury can do a little bit of damage. That's their only chance here.
Ooh, Fiora's getting caught. She's gonna have to ult the Rakan. I don't think the Rakan is the right target though. Because he can just get out of there. Amazing play by Jensel. Recognizing that he was ulted there, he just dashed away and got out of range really quick there. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Drumming is going to get caught and go down. Unfortunate.
As much as it's a victory for getting that.
Ooh, the Azir shuffle
That's
here. They're
big.
going to find the pick on Lux. Oh, Nick Fury's going to get the Samir ult off
Fury.
with 2 more picks for UNI. See, they're not out of the game yet.
No.
Their base is cracked open. Their backs are up against the wall. But they know that it's do or die time, and they are doing. They don't want to die. They don't want to belly up and just give this second game over.
That's right.
They're going to push it to the end, and I really like that. Yeah, chat is saying, like, as I'm saying this, they don't hear me yet because of the delay. But they said if you and I can survive for 10 more minutes, they're still in this, and I agree. They we just saw from that fight, Nick Fury can totally like win it. They need the peel,
Exactly.
which means that either Rakan has to be there or Malphite has to be there, and not dying. And Malphite is just dying at this point, and there's just nothing he could do because he's so behind.
Well, and a lot of it too is you get into these fights and you've already committed so much to the Fiora, either killing her or more often than not, just her getting away. So we're coming in at a huge disadvantage already. It's like looking at Elder.
UNI wants Elder, but Fiora knows that. She's just going to be pressing her top lane advantage. This is a really scary spot for UNI to be in. Fiora could straight up end the game, Mike.
Yeah.
Okay, so Nick Fury, they're going to use the Malphite ult to find the Lilia there. That's a huge pick before this Drake. Backlit by Stars knows Fiora's angle, though. He's played this game so much. He knows. That's really smart of him to back there and stop it. Even though he's needed at this Drake fight, he just needs to slow down this Fiora right now as Drumming backs and helps him slow her down. I'm getting excited. Oh, Rakan's going to... Oh, no way!
No.
That was a Nico fake, right?
Yep.
Oh, man.
You hate to see it.
It's okay, though. I think UNI is just going to be able to get this Elder.
Yeah, I mean...
UNO is really split up. Oh, man. Fiora was able to find the pick on the Malphite there.
Fiora got 1 auto on the turret. It's like half. Here comes the Nico ult.
Okay, so Udyr is able to find the Elder Drake. This is huge for UNI.
See if Nick
Fury's able to find the pick on the the Caitlyn. Yeah, he's making it happen. Oh, but his base, the base, me lord.
Lord, it's in disarray. The vassal state is falling.
Holy moly, Fiora is just destroying.
Damage, but the Elder is gonna be so crucial in getting some of these kills. Oh, that is open Nexus, folks.
Fiora's got 1 more minute until respawn. UNI's got to see what they could do with that this minute of respite they have with the French woman dead.
Yes, I was gonna say if I was in UNI's position right now, I'm pushing lanes and I am looking at that Baron timer and saying, "Go quicker, please."
Yeah. I think they're gonna be able to get maybe a second turret out of mid here. I don't know. I don't think they can get the inhib.
I don't think they can quite push it that hard. It's crazy how much the atmosphere changes when the Fiora is dead. How much UNI can try and capitalize off of that. Just rest of UNO just waiting for the baguette queen to come back. Is she French?
Yeah, she's French.
Okay, yeah, no, I did know that.
And I want to address what chat's saying. So one person, Avery C, is saying UNI wasn't playing the vital mid game well, like how you have to not just give her free vitals. And I agree, but another one's saying at this point it doesn't matter. Fiora is just so strong; she just queues onto you and autos you to death. Like the vitals don't even matter.
Fiora is bot during this fight. This is
huge for UNI because they get the Baron. But they gotta be careful with this Fiora bot. I don't think Nick Fury can stop her alone, even with the Guardian Angel.
No.
Yep.
Nick Fury.
Yep.
Fury's gonna be a little careful here. 7 is lurking in that bush, just waiting.
This game is a nail biter, Mike. I'm on the edge of my seat all game here.
I sat up a long time ago.
Destroy dude looking for a little bit of a catch
Oh,
on
there's the
Nico
Elder.
here.
Elder's gone.
Elder is gone. That sucks for UNI, but they do have that Baron ready to push. Jensel's going to be using his Shurelias. They're not going to be able to find a pick.
Yuno's coming down through the river.
Meanwhile, top lane, Lilia and Malphite are doing a little bit of a dance. Not much going on.
The Baron play here is dependent on a pick, and that pick is Fiora. If you can get the Fiora with your Baron up, shove it down mid, but that I cannot see that happening anytime soon here.
Okay, so I want to point out Fiora sold her Hex Drinker item. I forget what that's called, and built Anathema's chains. Yeah,
Yeah.
she sold her Maw, and I want to see who she's Anathema's.
I would put all my money on Nick Fury, but
It is Nick Fury. So, interesting.
I think at this point that the idea is, well, I'm already healing so much in these fights, I don't need this magic resist. Because the only one doing the real magic damage is
Oh, no.
Backlit.
Backlit by Stars is getting caught by Fiora, but Fiora's actually getting caught by Jumping Gamer. He's going to be ulting over the... Yes! UNI catch that Fiora! That's insane!
Destroy's catching the wave top. That is what we like to see.
UNI is still in this game.
Very much so. Now, question is what can we do? We've got 45 seconds. What
Uh-oh.
can we do?
Hopefully not have Jensel get caught by Lilia here. He makes it out. He does have to blow his flash to survive. And his Shurelias. Malphite is running straight at him, looking scary. So is Backlit by Stars.
Baron buff's still up.
Yeah, it is. How much longer? Let me see.
Not much.
No. Yeah, not much longer. It's gone already.
Hey,
So UNI's got 15 more seconds until Fiora respawns.
Lilia's just waiting on the side. And maybe she can hit good E. Start the fight off. Lux is back up. Fiora's back up. I think Fury is not here for this. I would not be fighting this if I was UNI.
And I think they're right there with you. They are not looking, but actually they kind of are. Oh, really good play by Jensel. Gets Fiora's ult taken out, and he just runs away. Everyone's just kiting Fiora. They're playing really well right now. UNO is clearly sweating. They really want this win, and they're misplaying. The Malphite ult over the wall. He's going to be hitting the Nico. They're not going to be doing too much off of it, as Azir's poking him down. Lux trying to get a Q. It's not going to land. Meanwhile, Nick Fury has grouped up with them. Azir's going to be doing the shuffle over the wall. He's not going to be able to hit anybody. That was really close. That could have been good.
Yeah. Fiora's going top lane.
No, Fiora is going top lane. She does have to push pretty far to make it worth, though.
Does have that TP.
She does have that TP ready. UNI.
Elder.
I think
Elder.
that they just get Elder here.
I think UNO
I
is
think-
conceding.
I think Fiora misplayed. I think she should have been there to get this Elder. Although
Backlit down.
Backlit was buying so much space that he dies and
comes
his Fiora TPs in
TP.
time. Oh man, Destroy Dude is able to get the Elder buff here. Is Nick Fury gonna be able to turn this fight with her ult? She might be able to. No, she is not. And I think that might be game 2 for UNO.
So.
I don't know
Fiora's heading-
though. Yeah, there's.
I
don't know.
Just Fiora. You'll see her auto this turret and you'll go, oh, okay.
I think you're right, but
Backlit. First one up.
yeah, we'll see. No, I think it's game. Yeah, it's game. Sorry,
game.
sorry for having hope.
Love you, out there. No, not allowed. What a game. That was
That was crazy, Mike.
crazy. I have not seen
game like that in a long time. I'm an old man now.
45-minute slobber knocker win for UNI or UNO, excuse me. Let me get the thing set up so it's 1-1 right now. All right, so we're gonna look at the charts here. Look at Fiora's damage. This is
Yes,
crazy.
that is wild. I mean, of course, you got to factor in a lot of that is it's going to be getting your damage off on the Malphite, even though he wasn't going tank. He still has a lot of health. Same thing with Destroy, had a lot of health. But I just wonder how much of that was true. Can we tab over to see the true damage? Yeah, let's see. How much?
So
You
she
paid
did
for it?
16,000 true
Yeah,
damage to champs. That's crazy.
crazy.
So that is gonna bring week 5 to a game 3. We haven't seen a game 3, I think, all season.
Okay.
Or nah, maybe there's 1 week where there's a game 3. I don't know. But it's unfortunate.
I'm not I think you and I take a step back, look at what worked the first game, and I think the draft in the top lane is gonna shift a little bit,
Hmm.
and I think backlit might go back to something a little more pokey. I don't want to put any words or any thoughts into anybody's head here, but um, I have not seen backlit on anything other than I've seen Syndra, I've now seen the Azir, and I've seen the Talia. So I think Jensel, I would be very surprised if the Rakan gets through again. I think even though UNO won and it started to snowball, Jensel was always there when some of these important fights with the scraps with Fiora, everything else. Jensel was there. Jensel was peeling. I think that UNO's got to take that away.
I think you're right. I think I want to point out with chat some of the things, like reiterate what they said, because it was things that I was thinking and things that we had like slightly commented on. But I think a lot of the way, if you and I lets that, just saying, speaking, if you and I were to let that Fiora through again, I think in that mid game, and like in the early to mid game, they can't just give Fiora those free vital procs in those
Uh-huh.
fights like that.
Uh-huh.
Like one time I pointed out that Destroy, he tried to fake out Fiora by like running into a bush and then flashing out while she
Right.
was ulting him, right?
Yeah.
But in doing so, when he flashed out, he just exposed the two vitals she hadn't procced yet. And
Yeah.
like it's Fiora, so she's got another dash up and she's ready to chase you. I feel
Exactly.
like he, as I said before, he should have just like kited and ran, like that kind
Yeah.
of thing. If you and I can manage to do that a little bit more micro in those moments, then they could handle it. And like speaking further on micro, I feel like maybe if Drumming's not able to miss so much CS early, he could make those deficits in top lane not be nearly as bad as they were.
Yeah.
Like and with that, I feel like maybe itemizing a little bit smarter would be better because I don't think it's tough to say because there there was so much AP threat on the side of UNO between the Nico,
Mhm.
between the Lilia, between the Lux. He was looking to group up fast, and um, he just built that Negatron cloak straight away second. I don't know that I would have done that if I were Malphite, especially with hindsight. You know, hindsight's 2020, but
Yeah.
especially he ended up not grouping that much, and he ended up just like splitting still versus the Fiora, but
Yep.
still couldn't trade with her because he built magic resist. And I feel like if he would have just said, you know what, guys, I'm sorry, I can't fight right now. I'm so behind. If you don't let me farm up and get big, then you will never have a good top laner. I'm
Exactly.
just gonna build the Sunfire cloak into
Yep.
my Sunfire item, and then I'll build the Negatron, and then I'll group up. I think that they could have maybe done a little bit better job. So I'd say probably going into the second game, I hope I see a little bit better itemization.
Mhm.
I hope I see a little bit better micro um, on like a character to character basis. Like someone also pointed out that the Luden's Azir wasn't good, and I was like, I don't know. I think maybe yeah that they were right that maybe Leandri's Azir would have been better. But at the same time, we saw a lot of good micro by Azir, like
Mhm.
getting those shuffles, finding those picks for the team. And someone's
Yeah, I
saying,
was. Yeah, it's. There were a couple item, and we also talked about the Roa too. I think the Udyr Roa was fine for what it was, and it got the job done. But um, maybe a little bit more tank early on, and then building into the demonic, and then just full committing to tank. Hard to say, but we'll have to wait and see.
and there's two more things I want to say. One is
Okay.
that another thing I think you and I could maybe think about doing a little bit better this game is less stacking all of the gold on one person,
Mm,
Samira.
yeah.
Um, and more spreading the love around because even when the gold gets stacked on backlit by stars, they make a point to spread the gold around, and that works
Right.
out really well for them.
Yeah.
Or spread the lead around is what I mean.
Yes. Yes.
Uh, oh man, Mike, I gotta switch the team sides again. I'll do that really quick right now.
Okay.
And what I think you and I could do better this next game, so like spread that love around a little bit more,
Uh-huh.
but also let me look at the draft. Oh, I can't look at it right now. Oh man. So someone said in the chat, the other thing I wanted to say was they banned 5 champs from a Masters mid pool, backlit by stars. Oh yeah, no, a really good thing that chat just put in. I didn't realize, but it's like so duh. It's such like a smack your head duh, because I would do it too.
Yeah, I
He didn't
thought
rush
too.
Bramble. He didn't rush Bramble.
I would commit to the anti heal. I don't care if every other member on their team is AP. If I'm going against a Fiora in lane,
A Fiora, an Irelia,
exactly.
you need that
Anybody.
Bramble. It's
Mhm.
unbeatable
Yone.
without it.
Yone. Yeah.
Yeah, but I so to the